Wishing you all a good day. I would like to invite you for the dialogue on the subject, the evolving nature of mindfulness. This is challenging and opening to think that as far as mindfulness is a evolving thing, how can we define the term mindfulness? Because its shades of meaning increasing or changing. So therefore one has to have a open-mindedness as far as the definition of mindfulness is concerned. The second thing is, the mindfulness is a pragmatic one. It's a growing one. So therefore, once someone started with the bare attention or access mindfulness, then reaching mindfulness, we call for foundation of mindfulness in the terminology of the Buddhists, and then go to the faculty of mindfulness. And once that is developed, the power of mindfulness and enlightenment factor. Mindfulness as a factor of enlightenment. The last is out of 8 noble paths, what is the correct mindfulness. So this evolution is making confusion when you are raising a question or when you are delivering a talk. So one must understand the mindfulness is not a static one. Mindfulness is very difficult to define as such, but for the beginners or for the academic benefits, someone has to do it. So we can take for the commentary exegesis, and they tried fairly well. But the keeping the mind open is the most important thing. It is a characteristic of mindfulness, your adaptability. Just like when you are pouring water into the cup, the water is not asking any kind of thing, it takes the shape. Likewise, mindfulness is having that kind of a getting accommodated, whatever it may be. And the other thing is, when you are trying to practice mindfulness, you start with the physical part of your body, corporeality. So you try to start slowly, mindfully, silently. But once it come up to a certain level, you can, whenever time permits, you can go to application to the verbal side, the physics, speeches. So that is a kind of evolution. Now you are practicing together with the body and the speech. And that would invite you to go to the last one, that is your mind. When it is going to the speech, you are communicating with others, so your outreach is little increasing. Once you come up to a mental part, you are developing telepathic powers. You are bound to see how others' emotional regulation and your emotional regulation, and that mind-to-mind relationship, mind-to-mind communication or silent sermon starts. So when it is happening, it's go beyond limits, leaps and bounds. So that is why, even though you start with a simple beginner's mind, it's developing without limits. Otherwise, as I tried to mention in earlier also, you are living a partial life. Sorry to say, even not 1/3 of your full capacity. Simply because you don't know. So that is why when you are in a dialogue and discussion, try to share with the colossal body of knowledge. We have so much of potential. We have so much of possibilities. So to have that arena open, you have to have a good mindset. You must be prepared. That is to say, be prepared. That's also definition of mindfulness. So that is, or that kind of a diversification, for me, it was because I was gathering from the other countries, not for the traditional Sri Lankan or Asiatic countries, cultures, others also, then it is evolving. Same way, I invite you to keep the mind open, keep on mindful, and don't try to put restriction. You will develop without limits. Sky is the limit. Thank you very much.